Check this out.
We begin with the exclusive video you just saw of that outburst in court. The disturbance happened after that murder suspect was found guilty of killing a Miami-Dade high schooler over a popular pair of those Yeezy sneakers. NBC6's Jamie Garola joins us from the courthouse with a story you'll see only right here on 6.
The jury had just handed down its verdict, and the family was giving a victim impact statement to the judge, calling the defendant a monster, when suddenly this happened. The defendant, Adrian Cosby, jumped out of his chair and tried lunging at the victim's family before court officers intervened. Cosby was taken out of the courtroom and his whole family left. It took a few minutes for order to be restored. Cosby was just found guilty by a jury of murder, attempted murder, and attempted robbery.
As to count one, first-degree felony murder, the defendant is guilty of first-degree felony murder.
In 2020, 18-year-old high school senior Andrea Lacayo lost her life over a pair of Yeezy sneakers. She and her boyfriend were trying to sell the popular shoes, but the sneaker sale escalated to murder when Lacayo was shot and killed. Her boyfriend, Sergio Bourbon, survived the shooting and told jurors he and his high school sweetheart were hoping to sell the popular Yeezy sneakers to a man for over $900. Bourbon claims Cosby, the man that was on trial, randomly approached to kill him. Cosby was charged with murder in the first degree along with attempted murder for shooting at Bourbon. Here's the state's closing arguments today before the jury started deliberating.
This was an attempted robbery, a setup of a robbery that went bad. And instead of walking away with 3 pairs of Yeezys, Adrian Cosby took an 18-year-old girl's life. And for that, he is absolutely guilty. He is guilty of first-degree felony murder. He is guilty of attempted first-degree felony murder. And he is guilty of attempted armed robbery. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are asking you to find.
Now, Cosby denies being the shooter. The defense argued that the victims are confusing who pulled the trigger. Cosby was sentenced today, and he was sentenced to life in prison. In Miami, Jamie.
I just gotta say, I just gotta say, bro, you really proving your case that you weren't the shooter by lunging at the father during this whole entire thing. And realistically, can we just look at the differences in family here? Just look at the differences. I mean, they're not even showing most of the side of the victims' families. I guess those are 2 different families. But just look at the difference. Look at the difference between the 2. All I see is women on one side. There's one male, bunch of young women. That looks like a whole unit right there. You can just see it. Like, do you think that this was an accident? I think that this was planned. So for $900 sneakers, you done murdered an 18-year-old girl and also shot at the boyfriend. So, I mean, this was all predetermined. Like, you thought that you was going to rob them. They said no, and you shot them. You shot them because you was trying to get things off of them through force. This is disgusting. And I'm not gonna say what I typically say about these videos. You have your own eyes. You have your own eyes. I implore you to make your own decisions, or you make your own findings with your own eyes through this video. But come on, man. Come the fuck on. Come on. And you gonna really sit there? How old is this individual, by the way? How old is he? Over some Yeezys. Because you didn't like what they said, you was about to lunge at them. Maybe you shouldn't be committing crimes. She and her boyfriend Sergio Bourbon were trying to sell some personal belongings to make money during the COVID-19 pandemic. The couple had been trying to sell 3 pairs of Adidas Yeezys worth $935 when they set up a meeting with the 19-year-old George Walton on April 7, 2020. The couple met with Walton outside the abandoned house in Homestead near Florida's Turnpike. Walton asked to try on the shoes tried to try on a pair of the shoes designed and launched by rapper Kanye West, but Bourbon argued to see payment. Very smart. Very smart. Cosby then approached Bourbon's driver's side door and opened fire, striking Camps Lacayo and Bourbon. Yeah, this was planned out. This was 100% planned out. So whoever the person is that initially made contact with him, what's his name? What's his name? Walton? George Walton? His ass needs to be charged too. Let them snitch it out amongst each other. Um, Cosby then approached the driver's side door and opened fire, striking Cramps, Lacoyo, and Bourbon. Bourbon was grazed in the arm while Cramps Lacoyo was shot at least once in the torso. Bourbon drove off but quickly pulled over on the side of the road when he realized his girlfriend was dying. That's fucking terrible. That's terrible, bro. That's sad, man. That's really sad. That's that's terrible, bro. The teen was fading in and out of consciousness when the first responders arrived. Miami-Dade Police Sergeant Jenna Permenter testified in Cosby trial, calling Camps Lacoyo asking if she was going to be okay. She faded back out and closed her eyes, Permenter said. So he literally watches. Camps Camps Lacoyo, the captain of her high school dance team, died at the hospital during surgery. He shot and killed my girlfriend and tried to kill me as well, Bourbon told jurors of Cosby. Cosby was found guilty of first degree murder, first degree attempted murder, and attempted robbery with a deadly weapon. After a 20-minute break following the outburst, Cosby was brought back into the courtroom without Camp's family. Man, we should just start shooting these niggas. I put in the N word, a word that I normally don't use that I hate, just to put some emphasis on it, just how much I don't care. We should just start shooting him. Just, and you know what's funny? There's people that literally sit there, and I had to get rid of one of those people, those persons who sit there and they always assume all these things of me. Oh, you hate women. Oh, you think women are evil. You think the left is evil when it's the right. These, that, and the thirds. You never talk about men. Every time I talk about a man doing something terrible, I treat them much, much harsher than I treat women. Much, much, much harsh than I treat women. We should just kill these people. People like this who do these type of things, they're not redeemable. And if they are redeemable, tough. Bro, no way. No. No. No, 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 no. Walton was convicted of first degree murder, first degree attempted murder, and attempted robbery with a firearm earlier this shit. Okay. He was also sentenced to life in prison. Why? He's going to prison for life. Why waste tax resource? Why waste the taxpayers' resources for someone like this? Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Can somebody make it make sense to me? Anybody? Let me know. And here's the deal. If this person could go to jail for life for killing a woman and also trying to kill a man, or kill a couple, what about all of these illegals coming into our country that do the same things and are tied to these cases and are being let back into the street? Make it make sense. I'll catch you guys next time.